Gross. So we just kind of like came into this like random hole in the wall Korean restaurant, and so that's sweet pork barbecue, and that's spicy pork barbecue, and it just comes with all these like side dishes and stuff. What do you think? You think it's good? Yeah? So, Summer and I are currently in the Hongdae area, or Hongik University area, and it's predominantly known as like the really like artsy area. It's not uncommon to see people like busking and you know, and like the whole area here where it's all just like grass. Like people just like set up you know, like mats and just have a beer here at night and stuff. It's like, anyway, yeah, I mean, Hongik University is it's probably maybe one of the top art schools in South Korea, which is why the area surrounding it is so, I guess, art friendly. But yeah, I mean, you come here anywhere in the afternoon to the evening, there'll be like a lot of people just like busking and playing music or dancing and stuff on the street, and they actually have like an area set up where you can just do that. So anyway, we just finished lunch, and there's still 2 more shops here in the Hongik area. So I mean, if you're strapped for time and you don't really know you know where the best place to go is for you know, for Gunpla or anything like that, I would hit this area just because of the fact that there are 3 shops that you can hit up just in the Hongik University area. So we're gonna probably hit up Gundam Base next, and then Hobby Factory last as our 4th destination. So yeah, we're heading back to the subway station, which is actually right here. That's the sign that I was filming a little while back, and this time we're gonna head south of the station, and yeah, so let's get to it. They've got a gaming zone. If you want to play some Overwatch, pop a seat and start playing. Alright, after coming up this big ass hill back here, we have the Gundam Base here in Hongdae. This is the Gundam Base in Hongik University. Right there's the university front gate, so just a little bit to the left of the entrance and a little bit south from there is the Gundam Base. So, yep. Okay, so we are at the Gundam Base location here in Hongik University, and as you can see, there's a lot of Gunpla, and as well as like other Bandai products. Yeah, so they got everything from Dragon Ball Z kits to like Star Wars kits and stuff like that as well. So. Got some Evangelion and Yokai Watch as well. So anyway, let's go check this place out. Here we have the wall of master grades that span from back to this wall, all the way down, all the way through there. And then all the HGs and SDs are situated in the middle of the store. But yeah, the selection is quite large, but the prices are going to be a little bit something, leave you with a little bit more to be desired. So anyway. Here we've got our line of perfect grades, and yeah, God Hand actually officially started distributing to Korean resellers, so obviously the Gundam Base is going to be one of them, and we've got the perfect grades all just built up and on display here. Pretty cool. Now usually in the front of the store they got all like the new kits that just came out and stuff. So just this Gundam. I think they're sold out of the Providence, but it seems like they got the new Dandelions in, as well as the Tristan. So pretty cool. And they're currently having like a special where you have a stamp, and I talked about this in my live streams where they give you a stamp and there's maybe like 12 slots in it, and so if you buy like an MG kit, they'll give you a stamp for an MG, but if you buy one MG here, you'll get 2 MG stamps, and if you collect I think 5 stamps, they'll give you 5 or 6 stamps, they'll give you like a free action base, and then if you collect 10 or I think 12, they'll give you like a free MG kit up to a certain price depending on what kind of member you are, like bronze, silver, gold, and maybe platinum level and diamond level and stuff like that. So yep. Now there's a selection of accessories and parts is not as extensive as some of the other hobby shops, but they've just got a couple option parts and action bases, and that's about it. So, not a whole lot. And then over there is their really skimp collection of paints. Alright, so they don't have every kit, but they do have this one, which is the HDUC Shinanju that we looked at earlier. Now, this price, obviously on the other side, is 2,600 yen, but the price that they're selling it for here is 31. That's not marginal, that's quite a bit more. It's a whole $5, almost $6 more. So, I mean, the price difference is actually quite bigger compared to the other places that are actually selling it at a 1-to-1 ratio of yen to Korean won, whereas this is a considerable percentage higher than the other places. So, yep. Alright, I found the HG Origins Sharzaku, and this price is 1,700 yen. But I know this was a little bit more expensive at what is it? Joy Hobby, and Neighbor Hobby probably would have been a 1-to-1 scale, so they probably would have been selling it at the listed 17,000 Korean won compared to the 1,700 yen that is in Japan. But here in Korea, but here in Gundam Base, it is being sold for 20,400. So a full $3 more, $3 and change more than the asking retail price, whereas other places are selling it for less than that. So that's you know, that's what you get for coming to Gundam Base, I guess. It's just going to be a little bit higher as far as pricing goes. So all right, we have the real grade. Yeah, so here we have the real grade Shinanju. You know, it's a pretty heavy box, but again, just to see the retail price, it's 3,800 yen, which at a 1-to-1 scale in Korean won would be 38,000 yen. But here they're selling it for 45,600 Korean won. So that's a considerable markup from the retail price. So, I mean, I think the Gundam bases here would be cool to just come and look at, but I wouldn't recommend coming here to actually purchase any kits. So, you know, just keep that in mind. All right, our final kit that we have is the Perfect Grade Unicorn, and I believe the list price was 18. List price is 20,000 yen, but the asking price is 240,000 yen. So that's a full $40 more than what you would normally get. Now this is with the 20% off that you get for signing up for a Bandai Mall point card. But if you're already a member, you obviously would not be getting this 20% discount. So 192 if you do sign up. So pretty much they're marking up prices so that they can kind of give you the illusion that you're getting a kit that's way overpriced for much less, when if you just go to another like reseller, you're just gonna get it for cheaper anyway. So I don't know, that's their business model. Not really much I can say about that or how they do that, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so I think that's gonna wrap up my time here at this Gundam Base location. It's a little noisy with all the music and stuff, but yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool place to come check out kits and just look at stuff, or to pick up kits that just had a specific release date, because the official Gundam bases will have them a lot earlier than other places that are resellers that are getting them, you know, from Bandai Korea. But yeah, they typically stock kits here a lot earlier and faster than any other resellers. But if that's, you know, not really that important to you, then you you know, I recommend probably shopping elsewhere. But it's a cool place to come check out and just you know, look at kits and stuff like that. But I probably wouldn't recommend this place to go shopping. But yeah, those are my 2 cents on this place, and we're gonna head to our final and last location. Okay, bye. Alright guys, if you come out of Hapjeong Station, out exit 3, and you go straight for about, I don't know, 400 or 500 meters, if you keep going straight, you will come across Hobby Factory. So, we've arrived at the front of the Hobby Factory. Yeah, let's go take a look inside. Now on the first floor, they've got a pretty decent selection of paints. So here we have our Tamiya spray cans as well as enamels. And then we move a little over to the right. We've got our Kaya notes. Not as much selection as Troy Hobby, but it's not too bad either. And then on the bottom they've got this Korean brand of Kums, in which I really hate their sanding sticks. They're terrible. And then here on the bottom we've got the selection of IPP brand stuff, and as well as up top. I covered this in the Joy Hobby place, but yeah, they've got a full rack of, you know, all the colors and stuff, and the thinners and leveling thinners and stuff on the bottom. And then the selection of Mr. Hobby paints. Not as well, actually no. It looks like they have everything up to 1 to 219, I guess. But some of the colors are obviously missing. So just yeah. Got a couple of the acrylics, the Crushing line from Mr. Hobby, and then the Mr. Hobby Gundam color sprays and stuff. Oh no, sorry, these are Tamiya spray cans. And then Mr. Hobby spray cans over there. You know, a couple of primers and Mr. Souls and stuff like that. So yeah, nothing too crazy, but yeah, they got it. And here we have our weathering liners and weathering sticks and Gundam markers, as well as Tamiya weathering pastels, and your whole you know, assortment of Gundam decals. They've got a lot actually. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then on the back wall behind the counters, where they have all the hobby supplies and stuff like that. You just have to kind of look over the cash register or the counter to see what you're looking for. Kind of sucks that they're not accessible, but I think maybe it's to prevent shoplifting, so it is what it is. Now if you head downstairs, you can head down to what they call the Gundam Factory. So yeah, you just pop down a floor to the basement first floor level, and here we have our Gundam floor, which is pretty cool. And they've since it was definitely a lot different than before. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's check it out. Thank God it's air conditioned in here. But yeah, on the wall behind me we have our slew of Korobukia MSG parts, as well as some action bases down there. And then we have our Bandai Builders parts on that wall, as well as a couple of other stands and mechanical chain bases and stuff like that. Shower stand plates, Kara stand plates, whatever you want to call it, as well as some of the figurized busts. So yeah, looking pretty good so far. They've remodeled because for a while the basement second floor was actually closed, and then they had a lot of like the figures and stuff just in the far right corner of the room, like in that corner of the room. But it's since changed, and they definitely moved a lot of stuff around, and looking a lot cooler. Now, if you just kind of look at all the boxes and stuff, you can tell that they're organized by series as well as grade. So we have all the HG00 kits here, and then we have all of our HG Iron-Blooded Orphan kits on this whole side as well. They do carry the new Dandelion, as well as the Tristan, but yeah. So we have some big mix and match of some Recco G as well as Build Fighters kits here. And I'd say that Hobby Factory has the most extensive HGUC collection of all the stores in Korea. They've got a lot of stuff. This whole wall is devoted to HGUC kits. So yeah, I mean, take your pick. And yeah, I think they have more Star Wars kits than the Gundam Base that we hit up today. Yeah, pretty much everything they got. Pretty cool. And here we have our whole wall of Kodo Bootkick kits. The whole thing of frame arms kits we got. Some Dan boards and armored cores and some other stuff. And we have our frame arms. And some Zoids up there too. We have all the Zoids on the other side. These are custom builds by people who frequent the shop or maybe members of the staff here. Very interesting. Now to look at the high-grade Chinanju that we've been looking at for pricing. Again, retail price is 2,600 yen, and the price that they're selling for currently is, where is it? 26,000 Korean won. But you would take 10% off this because of the sale that they're having. And they typically have sales quite often. So I would say your best bet is to probably come to Hobby Factory as far as pricing goes. Because the selection is immensely large. And you pretty much have your choice of pretty much almost any kit that Bandai ever made. It's just aisles and aisles and aisles of just Gunpla. I would even go as far as to say that the selection here is comparable to what you can find at Yodobashi and Akihabara. So obviously maybe the pricing might not be as competitive compared to if you were to buy in Japan, but nonetheless, if you're in Korea and you just you just happen to live here or you happen to be looking for a specific kit, I'd say this is your best bet. That sign says special pricing sale on all the kits that are displayed here. So, for example, this XS Gundam, which typically normally retails for 80,000 yen, they were selling it at a 1-to-1 ratio of 80,000 won, and they've dropped the price to 68,000. So that's a considerable discount. That's probably comparable to what you would pay for in Japan. So I definitely say that this is a cool place to check out. Let's see what else they got here. For example, this Zgok, which is retailing for 3,000 yen, so like roughly 30,000 won, which would be normally what you would pay, and it's 4,500 won less. So almost $5 off, and it's cheaper than retail. So, and that's pretty much it. Goes for all the stuff here, all the freaking master grades. I don't remember what the pricing for this was at Gundam Base, but the retail for this is 15,000 yen, so that would be 150,000 won normally, and they're dropping it down to 127,500 won, so basically $127.50. So considerable drop in price for even a perfect grade. Same thing with this R78 here. I'm guessing it's retailing for 12,000 yen, and it's dropped down to $102 or 10. I can't do freaking math. 10,200 yen. So pretty cool. Let's see what else they got. Full armor unicorn. It's a pretty pricey kit. Retail 8,000 yen. And what's the price tag? 80,001. They dropped it down to 64,000. So, oh, here we have the master grade Shinanju that we were comparing before. Retail price 7,500 yen. And they dropped it down to 60,000. So 75, basically just add a zero to the Japanese price. So 7,500 yen, and you're only paying 6,000 yen. So a considerable drop as far as kits go. We have the real grade. Same thing. Retails price for 3,800. Korean price is, where's the price tag? There it is. Price tag is 3,800 yen, dropping down to 3,230. So, oh, like $5 off. So, I mean, yeah, I'd say the prices here, it's basically like that for everything on this whole freaking wall. Zeta 2.0 went from 50,000 to 40,000. What's the retail? Yeah, 50,000, 5,000, 5,000 yen. So, yeah, you're going from you're basically paying almost Japanese pricing for some of these kits, or I guess all the kits that are on sale. So, that's pretty cool. Shenlong, Australian Blue Flame D, Zaku cannons. Shoot, they got a lot of them too. Yeah, so I think you get the gist of it. Everything's marked down on, pretty much, like, even they're not kits that like nobody wants. They're fairly popular kits. All right, so here we have a perfect grade, and retail for this is 20,000 yen, right? And here the price is exactly as ordered, 200,000 Korean won. So it's exactly 1-to-1 here. Although right now there's actually a sale going on where all the kits are now being sold at 10% off. So pretty much you'd be paying 180,000 won, or roughly translated 18,000 yen. So I'd say it's a pretty good deal, And our last kit for comparison is the HG Origins Sharzaku. Retail 1,700 yen, and the price is going for 17,000 yen. So yeah, I mean, I'd say if you're ever in South Korea, definitely head here to the Hobby Factory and check out what they got here, because I mean, the pricing's good, the selection is amazing, and I mean, just for the sheer fun of coming here and checking out what they have, I'd say definitely come check out this place. So these aren't the only places that you can find Gunpla here in South Korea, but I'd say that in Seoul, this is probably the best one that you can find. So definitely check this place out. And I'm going to sign off now. So, if you liked the video, give it a like. Tell me in the comments which place that you guys would want to check out. I'd like to be able to, talk to you guys and stuff in the comments, or, comment on Facebook or whatever. And if you're not following me on Facebook, definitely, check me out on Facebook. Follow me on there, because I'll be putting updates on there that I'm not, putting into videos and stuff like that onto my Facebook. And you can also, get updates for my next live streams and stuff as well. So anyway, I'm going to sign off. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. That's how you make rice cakes. It's so cool. Rice puff snacks. We are now at a typical Korean market. There's a line of people here waiting to get donuts here. Apparently it's super, super good. But yeah, I mean, that's what you come here for. Elbows touching, pushing your way through hordes of people. That's what it's like to be in a Korean market.